Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. And in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit different. Today, I'm actually going to be looking into ways in which you can support Hello Games and No Man's Sky. So first of all, I do want to say that this video was basically created and thought of and shown to me by good old Tyler Thunder. He wanted me to make a video on alternative solutions to paid DLC because he feels like people are kind of expecting it way more than it is likely, and he wanted me to kind of make it clear that there are other solutions to, of course, paying for No Man's Sky content. So I do want to say thank you for the inspiration, Tyler. And can we all please wish him a happy birthday as well, since it is his birthday today, and this video kind of ties up with that celebration. So have a good one, mate. Stay safe and take care. But in today's video, what I want to do is look into some ways that you can currently support No Man's Sky and Hello Games without having to think about paid DLC, and of course I also want to give some other options as to how Hello Games can maybe get a little bit of money on the side without ostracizing the player base and trying to split things down the middle and all of that kind of scary stuff which we've been talking about a lot recently. So with all of that said and done, please do sit back and relax. Let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the biggest way of supporting Hello Games, which a lot of people like to do, and I think it's quite respectable as well, actually, because although it is fairly common sense, I think some people will look over it and maybe forget to do it, but that is simply buying the game. I mean, the first one is something which I'm sure everyone has done who is watching this video, but there are still multiple different platforms for No Man's Sky. We now have PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I am lucky enough to have all three of those, yet I have never bought No Man's Sky for Xbox One, and that is because I don't play the Xbox One. But had I hooked up the Xbox One with the PS4 and the PC, then I of course would buy a copy of No Man's Sky for Xbox One. This means that you can make multiple different purchases of No Man's Sky, and you can also see how it differs from across platforms. I knew that my biggest motivation for buying a PS4 when I didn't have one was to play No Man's Sky, and now I have a physical copy of No Man's Sky. I have bought the game twice, and that kind of fills me with a nice little bit of satisfaction. You also have to remember that there may be friends or family who could be interested in No Man's Sky. Perhaps they are thinking about purchasing it, but maybe they don't want to get too involved with it or pay too much money for it. So why not get them a copy for their birthday, or for, you know, a celebration like Christmas or Easter or something like that. I'm not saying buy 1,000 copies of No Man's Sky just for the sake of it, but think who might like the game and maybe treat them for it. Now, if you really wanted to be a good Samaritan, then don't buy second-hand games. Buy brand new games. Think about it this way. If you're buying some, you know, £8 second-hand copy of No Man's Sky off of eBay, then that won't give anything to Hello Games. So if you are really big on supporting them and making sure that they get a little bit more money, then buy it from a direct source. Get it from the PlayStation Store, or buy it off Steam, or get it in your local game, or something like that. Next up is buy some merch. This is a hard one to recommend because there isn't really a lot of No Man's Sky merch, but the biggest one right now which you can buy, which does directly support Hello Games, is of course the official No Man's Sky soundtrack. You can buy this on Amazon for only £47, fucking Christ, but for a nice Christmas present, or, you know, when you've just got paid, it might be a nice little piece to own. It of course gives Hello Games a bit of direct money, and you're potentially getting something nice to put on your shelf as well. This soundtrack is the only part of No Man's Sky memorabilia I don't have, aside from those goddamn fucking press kits which are so hard to come by. But but I am feeling a little birthday present somewhere down the line, so hopefully I'll have that on my shelf very soon. Now, if it was a few months back in, say, like, I don't know, fucking September or something like that, then I would say go to the V&A Video Games exhibition in London. I went to this and I met up with L-Plays and Robot Boy and a load of other people in the community. We went for a pint, we had a good discussion. It was really, really fucking good. The exhibition itself was one of the most incredible things I have been to, and even though the No Man's Sky part was fairly small, you are still showing your support by visiting it. I know a lot of people were really, really big on going there because they thought that they were going to see Sean, but ultimately it was nice for the community. But really, it was just a good place to go to, you know, show Hello Games that you were interested in No Man's Sky, and all the photos on Twitter which people posted, I'm sure they saw and they probably, you know, felt quite nice about that actually. I am very glad that I went, and unfortunately it is closed now, but it was just incredible, and that fucking pub was so good as well. But the one thing which I do want to make really clear at the moment when talking about this whole idea of supporting Hello Games and the concept of paid DLC, which we've been banging on about a lot recently, is that Hello Games are in a good way, and I think some people do forget that. The sales of No Man's Sky since launch have allowed them to survive hopefully a long time without paid DLC. You know, the last thing that we would want is for paid DLC to somehow split the player base if they were to be content updates. So I've thought up some short-term solutions to showing some support without actually changing No Man's Sky itself, because we all want to support Hello Games any way we can, especially at this present point in time. But at the moment it just seems very hard to, with how there is so little to support Hello Games with. And this is because they can create a load of stuff as an alternative to paid DLC, but at the moment that does not exist. This thing which I'm talking about is, of course, more memorabilia, more collectible stuff, more figures, more artwork, anything like that. I would absolutely adore more officially branded No Man's Sky shit to put on my shelves, you know, more ship models, more statues, maybe even pop vinyls or official artwork. I would love a really high quality Gex statue or a Viking or a Korvax, you know, like a little kind of like a head knocker, something like that, something which is, you know, hand painted, loads of detail, it's got a bit of weight to it. That would be absolutely beautiful for a shelf. And to me it just seems a bit strange, because for a game that is so famous like No Man's Sky for multiple different reasons, it only has a single edition which comes with physical collector's stuff, and those are so fucking rare to come across nowadays. Luckily I got mine. You can buy the stuff separate, as I said, but these are all secondhand sources. If you were to buy a official collector's edition, then that's going to be from another seller. You aren't necessarily giving Hello Games your money, so maybe they should re-release these, do a newer version. I don't know, but I want to buy more stuff for my shelves that comes directly from Hello Games. So guys, look, if you're listening, and I really hope you are, please consider bringing out some pop vinyls or statues or artwork or something like that. A lot of people would pay for it, and it would give you a little bit of money on the side. But guys, that is just about all I have to say for this video. So I do want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then please do feel free to leave a like on it. And if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.